a post I think you published that post sometime last month, July. So you posted a picture of yourself before 2019 and after 2019 when you've learned digital marketing. Like, I was wondering, first of all, how did the interest to learn digital marketing come to your mind in the first place?
Okay, I think that in 2018, I got married in 2018, and that was when I left. My husband and I graduated from the university, and we got married. We were young graduate, right? And
Hmm.
he's Yoruba, and I'm from Cross River State. So
Sorry?
we needed to move from Cross River State to a different state entirely. That was the
Okay.
state we decided, both of us, that we wanted to start our life together, away from family and as newly wedded, right? So we got married in 2018 May, and I got pregnant the next month. So
Hmm.
in 2019, we had our first child. And Miss Young, newly married, no job, no sustainable income. So he started this business in the new state that we moved into. And bills were piling up and up and up. Bills were not reducing. There was house rent, there was a new child, there was me, there was him, there was feeding, there was everything. So the new business was dying
Hmm.
instead of rising, because all of us were feeding on the business. We were not really investing in the business. And new business, you're not supposed to be feeding off a new business. You're supposed to allow a new business to grow. So
Hmm.
any money that the new business is making is supposed to be reinvested into the same business, right? So I saw
Hmm.
that I was unsupportive. I was just there, right? Nursing that newborn. So I thought, what can I do to assist my husband? What can I do to assist myself? I think it wasn't even just about assisting my husband, right? It wasn't just about being supportive. I just wanted to make my own money. And I knew that leaving the house in a new state, a new tribe, I am not Yoruba, I don't understand the language. There was language barrier there. I just moved there, finding a job. And again, the state we moved to is a low income state in the country, is Kwara State. They are not very wealthy people here. So even if I find a job, the job will pay me really small. So I
Hmm.
won't have time for myself and my family, and the money will still not be enough. So I thought, okay, maybe I can learn something that I can be doing from the house. Then again, I knew that I was not a buying and selling person, like buy stuff and sell. And even if I am, who do I know to sell stuff to
Hmm.
offline? So the first thing that came to my mind was to learn blogging, because since I know how to write, I can learn blogging, right? But I went into blogging. I got a coach that taught me how to blog, but he didn't teach me the faster aspect of blogging, like how to start earning from blogging almost immediately. So I needed to write, wait for my content to rank, wait for Google AdSense, or wait for any other way that I can make money through blogging, which was taking too long. I mean, I was
Hmm.
desperate to make, right? So I thought, okay, that this one is not working for me. So I learned email copywriting. I learned how to write blog posts for people. But the issue I had then was, one, I was desperate. Then secondly, I didn't know the business aspect of this skill. So it is one thing to get the skill, right? Then it is another thing to learn how to make money with the skill that you have acquired. So I had that problem at that point. Then someone I was following. So I got to know Museum Desire on Facebook from
Okay.
a tag. So I went ahead and followed him. He was talking about Facebook ad, and I said, okay, maybe I can just learn this Facebook ad and help my husband, like run ads for his business, increase his customer base and sales. That if he gets more sales, then maybe we will have more money, right? So I learned the skill. I started running ads for him, influx of customers. I started even replying. I was now the one managing his WhatsApp. I was now his WhatsApp manager. I was the one replying to comments, uh, messages, taking orders, confirming alerts. I said, okay, okay, I think this is making sense. As at 2019, one, Facebook ad was not this expensive. Facebook ad was really giving result, like not now that you struggle with targeting and all of that. So the ad
Ah.
was, we were even running ad with 500 naira per day. So with 3,000 naira, we could get tons of clients
Hmm.
with 3,000 naira budget for 3 days or for 6 days. If it's 500 naira per day, right? So I said, okay, maybe I can start offering the same skill to people. Since this one I'm doing is for my husband, I can actually learn how to offer the same skill that I'm offering for my husband to people and make money from it. So that picture you saw, that was 2019 June. I had my son that same year, my first son. I
Hmm.
had him in April 2019. So it was just few months postpartum. That was me in 2019. And that was where everything started. And glory be to God, you know.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
back.
What did you study in school?
Okay, I studied microbiology from the Cross River University of Technology, CUTEC, in Calabar. I studied microbiology.
Well, but and you've had you said you already had writing skill, like it was a natural thing. You didn't need to learn how to write.
Okay, I think, you know, I, like, I'm sorry to say this, I'm not trying to sabotage myself, but I
Hmm.
don't think I am really a writer like that. I just feel like I am someone who knows how to share like share part of her life with people. So the fact that I am ready, like anything that happens around me, I can easily decide to share it. So sharing it is just like I am talking to you now. So everything I'm saying to you, what if I write it the exact same way I am saying it? So it's not even because I trained to become, I have never taken a content creation course before. I didn't do that. I just learned how to write the exact same way I talk. So if I come up with a story in my head or anything happened to me in my life generally, I can decide and say, okay, I want to share this thing with people. Then the exact way I am saying it to someone that is looking at me physically, I will write it that same way. So that was how the content creation came about. It's not, so that is like exactly why I don't really say I'm a content creator, because I didn't train to become one, and I so
But
that's
you are doing good in that area. You like that was why I was surprised that you didn't have to learn how to write because you produce tons of content daily. And I was wondering again, like, do you always think from beginning to the end of what you're going to write, or you just have an idea, then you start writing, then somehow you get to the end.
when I want to share content, I actually have a goal for all my content. Whether the content is for fun, whether it's just for engage, whether it's for fun or it's for business, I make sure to have a goal. So let's say yesterday I asked two questions, two short questions on
Mm.
my wall. One of the questions was, what is your zodiac sign? Represent your zodiac sign. Now, the goal of that particular content is to drive engagement and bond with my community outside selling to them, outside being serious. I wanted to bond with them. So, in the course of that, I got so many comments, one, and so many comment means your Facebook is going to recognize you as someone people like to interact with and show more of your content to people that are going to be interested, your subsequent content, right? So that was the goal of that content. And again, I got to realize that many people in my community, in my audience, didn't know didn't know what the zodiac sign was, right? So that was the
Yeah.
goal. So another question I asked was, what is the most overrated fruit? So these two type of content that I posted yesterday, the goal of it was to drive engagement. That was the goal. So people will comment, you reply, you will laugh, engage with them. So there are so many people who cannot will not comment on serious posts because one, they don't understand. They are still in the beginner level of your
Hmm.
audience type. They're still very, very
Hmm.
cold. But when you post those type of relatable content, everyone knows about fruit, right? Everyone has a zodiac sign based on your birth date and birth month. So those type of content will bring them around. At least for once, I can actually comment on Dorcas post. So they come, they comment, you reply, all of you laugh, and everyone is okay. Now, for other content that are really serious, I teach something. Now, one of the goal of I have a goal whenever I'm writing a content to teach. The goal is for people to like and trust me. Like the people who know that wow, I think Dorcas is really, 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 really an expert in the Facebook ad niche. So that is why I teach. Like I write a post. So any post that I'm sharing, it has a goal. So once a post has a goal, I already know how the post is going to end. It is either I end it with a call to action, like maybe telling them to take an action, like telling me if they learned anything from the content, or joining a free training, or whatever I want them to get at the end of that teaching, right? So I always have a goal. If I'm teaching for free on Facebook, the goal is for people to like me, for people to follow me, for people to trust that I can deliver in that particular niche. Then if I'm selling something, of course, it's to make money. That is the goal. So I know where I'm going to start and I know where I'm going to end for that. So I think that is that for that question.
That's an interesting point. I remember there was a time, one of my page, I posted, that was around, I think, 2019 as well. I posted a picture of a huge snake crossing the road. So I remember something, the what I wrote there was like that this snake just escaped from a zoo and that everybody should be careful, the snake, stuff like that. But somewhere I now put it that this is just a joke, and that cracked a lot of people, and so many comments, and it's like people like to react to things that are not so serious. That's what I observe about social media.
Exactly, because it's social media. No matter what we are trying to do on social media, it remains a social media. It's supposed to be where we have fun, we
Hmm.
socialize. Like a place like Facebook. Facebook initially was designed to meet up new friends that you have long forgotten, like your secondary school mates, your university mates, someone you met one time and you lost contact, until now that we knew that okay, this is anywhere people are gathered, you can make money from there. And people are gathered on Facebook, they are gathered on Instagram, they are gathered on WhatsApp, so I can actually make money. But the main goal is for us to have fun. So that
Hmm.
is why fun content still still drags so much attention.
Okay, so that means, okay, do you deliberately plan it in a way that maybe, let's say, certain percentage of your post is just to have fun, interact with, I mean, connect with your audience, and maybe, let's say, about 30% is serious stuff about business, about marketing your course. Your course is called FAWA, right? That's the abbreviation.
Yes,
So
it,
do
it
you
means
deliberately plan it? Okay, you want to say something?
no, don't worry, go ahead.
So I said, do you deliberately plan it in such a way that some percentage is just for fun and to connect with your audience, and certain percentage is for serious stuff, and to get people to buy your stuff?
Okay, the thing about me creating content is the fact that I try as much as I can. I'm human. One, then secondly, I'm a mother. I'm a full-time housewife and a mother, and I have two hyperactive boys. So I try to manage my
Hmm.
time, right? I try as much as I can to manage my time. So what I do is I post 5 times every day on Facebook. I post once on
Hmm.
Instagram, and I post 5 times on my WhatsApp status. This is ordinarily supposed to be overwhelming, right? Now I plan my content. I plan that the first content of the day, which is around 7 a.m. or so, is going to be me teaching something. Then the second content is going to be me selling my course.
Hmm.
Then the other three content will be fun or whatever I
Hmm.
decide to do. But I post 5 times every day on Facebook. Now I am very, very, very deliberate about selling an engagement. I'm deliberate about everything. But what I do not mistake to do is not selling. So if one day I wake up and I'm not feeling like it since I'm a human being, or I woke up on the bad side of my bed, I'll still post sales content. If
Hmm.
if I have the energy to post just once that day, it will just be about selling. Otherwise, on very, very good days, I am deliberate about the type of content I post and my end goal for each of the content.
Hmm. Wow. Again, do you sometimes feel cringy when you post like personal stuff? For instance, when you post that picture of you um, before 2019 and after 2019, do you sometimes feel like maybe I should go and delete this picture, man? I don't like people seeing the other, the other me of that time.
The thing about social media and me as a person is that
Hmm.
I do things that I'm afraid of doing. Now
Hmm.
that particular content that you're talking about, right?
Hmm.
I posted it on my WhatsApp status, and someone attacked me and said there was no difference between the before and after. That that if I don't have anything to say, if I don't have a strategy to sell my program, I should shut up. Now,
Hmm.
initially, if it was 2019 or 2020, I would stop posting my process. But I
Hmm.
realized that going on social media is not one, it is not easy because people have different opinions of things. People will not share the same opinion with you, right? They share different
Hmm.
opinions, and you cannot control how other people think. That's one of it. Then another thing is, as much as I share so much, like it looks like I'm sharing so much, I am very careful of my personal life. Like the things I need to share about my personal life and the things that is personal, that is just me that knows. You know, no matter how open you think you are, there are things that the very closest person to you doesn't know about you. Those things are
Of
always. Then thirdly, I am someone who believes in sharing my process. Like I want to share my process. I want to show you. The aim of sharing my process is to show you that I did not wake up one day and say that this is me. See how full my neck is, and I did not show you how I was. Now I cannot wake up one day and tell you that I made 7.2 million naira in 12 months without telling you that there were days that I was struggling to pay 150K rent in a very affordable state. Now I need to share that process because even the 7.2 million naira that I am saying I made in 12 months right now, in the next 5 months, I would have doubled the amount of money. And if you have been following me, you will know when I did 250K per year. You will know when I did 500K per year. You will know when I did 7.2 million per year. And you will know when I did 14 point something million per year. And you know when I did 25 million per month in 30 days, 25 million. So sharing my process is part of my brand building strategy, right? It is a strategy that really works for me. I don't know about other people, but it is a strategy that projects me as a human being. I am not a supernatural person. I don't have superpowers. Like I have stages and I am crossing those stages judiciously. I'm not skipping any stage. I'm following the the process. I am sharing the same thing that I did to achieve this particular result with you. When I cross to the next result, I share my experience, all the things I did to move from this result to the next result. So sharing all of those things doesn't make me cringy. Then secondly, I don't care about social media people. Like, I
Hmm.
don't have any business fighting with someone I don't know. Like, for God's sake, this person might not even be worth it. So because the person attacked me, I'm not going to stoop to engage them. Like, I'm not going to waste all my time, leave whatever I have to do to start fighting with them. First of all, it is not worth it. Then secondly, why am I doing it? Social media, people that will talk bad about you will always be there. The people that will be die hard, that will fight for you, will be there. So I have just programmed myself to focus on the ones that are ready to support me and ignore the people that are going to fight, because they will always be there.
At what point did you get to this, type of mindset, or have you always had this type of mindset of, not giving a damn about those haters and focusing on those ones that are your supporters?
I have always been someone that, because I grew up bullied. I was really thin. I was
You grew up what?
I grew up being bullied. I was bullied by family members. I was bullied by friends. I was bullied
Hmm.
by classmates. So I was really thin. I was body shamed and I was ugly shamed. I I grew to have resistance for bullying, for shaming.
Hmm.
So even if I am going to go inside my room and cry, I will not cry in front of you.
Hmm.
So I would try to act really strong before you, then go inside my room, cry all the tears, then come back and act strong. Now, what this has done for me is nobody really knows that I have a weakness, right? So they just believe that Dorcas is a strong girl. She's always up for whatever is thrown at her. And it is working, right? As long as I will cry and I'll move on. You will shade me and see that it didn't get to me, then you move on. Then that is okay. So that's how I've always been. When people body shame me, I was really dry, like dry. So when people body shame me, it didn't stop me from leaving the house. I still leave the house, they body shame me. I smile as if it wasn't a problem. I go back home and cry.
Hmm.
I go back home and I cry. So, and I grew to it. Now I am a social media person that is growing a profitable brand. And I'm meeting people every day. The people that will not like me, they don't know why, but they just will not like me. The people that will be my diehard fans, the people that will hate me for a reason. There is a reason that they are hating me, and the reason is valid. So I have decided that if I'm going to really blow in this social media thing, I'm going to be ready for all of them. And no hard feelings. If you fight me, I'm going to stand and watch you fight. Then these things. We are not going to fight forever. You fight and we move on, and I move on. So I'm not going to retire back to my shell and let you win. I'm not going to win. You are not going to win. Both of us will just lose and move on. So
Hmm.
that's how I've always been all my life.
Did you go to boarding school?
I was a day student. I went to school from my house.
So, like, how did you handle this bullying thing? Did you have somebody who was, telling you that, look, don't give a damn about bullies and don't cry in front of bullies. You just go inside your house, cry, and
No, I didn't have. I had education. Education was the only thing. Like smartness was the only thing I had
mm,
going for me when I was growing up. So I had people always appreciating that aspect of me. My grandparents, because I grew up with my grandparents in the village, right? So they were always proud of my education.
mm,
So the fact that I had that one thing, and one thing about elementary education is the fact that it's not now that we grow up and everyone blends, whether you're smart, whether you're educationally sound or not, all of us are just blending together. In the elementary level, where they will single one person out and say this person first position, this person second position, that is actually the edge. And no matter
Mm.
how bad every other aspect of your life is, somehow, no matter how ugly you are, if you're brilliant, you're smart, you become really beautiful. Like from nowhere, you will have the opportunity to mingle with people. I think I really so you have the opportunity to mingle with people that you might not ordinarily mingle with, right? So when I had the opportunity, I was meeting with all of these people that were bullying me. They were bullying me, yet they were not as brilliant as I was. So I thought, okay, I just everything I do now is self-taught, right? I practiced it, I saw it work, I saw that. So I had that aspect of my life
Mm.
going for me. So I use that aspect as my edge and as my stepping stone to doing other things. Since I am
Mm.
brilliant, since I'm intelligent, I started reading books on how to influence people, how to live with difficult people, how to enter places that we ordinarily not enter, how to talk to people that you will ordinarily not talk to. So I read all of those books, and I am very big on implementation. Most times I tell people that the reason why I am really growing fast is because I am big on implementation. I don't procrastinate things that I know are paramount to my growth. I don't
Mm.
I don't I don't sleep on lessons that I need to grow, right? So anything you teach me, I'm going to implement it immediately. If I fail and I know that if I try again, there's a possibility that I'll win, I go ahead and try, then I win. So
Mm.
so that has just been my nature.
Mm. These books you just mentioned, did you start reading these type of books, the how to influence people and stuff? Did you start reading it in secondary school or university?
I started reading them in the university, but in secondary school, I was reading some. In secondary school, I was a church girl in secondary school. So
Oh.
there were books that I was reading in Scripture Union. I was in Scripture. Yeah, so there were some books I read in Scripture Union. One of the books
Mm.
is daily devotional. These books we use for quiet time and in the morning
Yeah.
when you wake. I so most of the things I read from the books were guiding me. So there were some of those books like Mr. There's I remember these two books. Mr. Me runs the race and Mr. Me escapes. So
Mm.
those two books, those particular books, I will never forget them. Although the
Mm.
books were trying to pass a particular message, like everything about salvation and born again thing. But me, I read it and understood my own message from it. So the escaping, the running and surviving, all those books really molded me, because imagine escaping very difficult things, winning even when you had all the opportunity to lose. There were excuses, there were things weighing you down, but you were able to let go, struggle through. So all those books actually molded me. Even now, I'm not really a big reader per se. Like I'm not somebody that will finish a book in 1 week. Like people, I even got a book gift. Like one of my social media friends gifted me 4 hard copy books. I'm
Mm.
not really a reader, but I read every day. Like I read every 30 minutes every day. So I'm not someone that just before you know I finish a book. No, at least I really want to, but I don't have all the time to do that, right? But I try to
Mm.
still read. So it was from the university. When I was in the university, I was really reading. Like I was reading because, like I told you, education and studying was the only thing I had going on for me. I was not a
Mm.
beautiful girl. I didn't have friends. I didn't have a social life. So
Mm.
all I did was build myself. because let me even be honest, the building myself, I was building myself for to be like those people. Like I wanted to be in their cliques. I wanted to
Okay, the people
be.
you reading about in the books.
Yeah, the reason why I was even trying to build myself was because I wanted to be in their cliques. I wanted to be in those leagues. I wanted to be in those hot girls leagues. I wanted to be like them. So that was actually why I was really, because to them, being a fine girl, being curvy, being having big toasters was coming to them naturally. But for people like us, we needed to work really hard. Like we needed to do extra things. We needed
Hmm.
to go extra before we can attract all the things that they attract naturally. So
Hmm.
that was actually the reason I was working extra hard, because I was seeking validation. I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be in their cliques, because most of those girls in school, in my university, the only time they come to me is when we want to read for exams. Other
Hmm.
times they go to schools, they go to pool party, they go for clubbing, they do all those things. They don't invite me because
Hmm.
seriously, I didn't fit. Maybe during exams, 2 weeks to exam when we are revising, then we will now be sleeping together in the same hostel, because that's when they needed to study with me, right? After the exams, friendship ends. So,
Hmm.
but it is what it is.
Wow, that's interesting, especially the reading part. Like myself, so most I think around 2021, I started doing something whereby I'll just read 2 page of a book anytime. When I'm walking and after some like 30 minutes, I need to just stand up and stretch myself. So part of that stretching is that I will take a book and just read 2 page, move around, so I'll have one here, I'll have one here. So that's how I read. So in a month, I could just, or maybe in 2 months, it could take me 2 months to finish 2 books because I'll be reading it simultaneously. You
Yeah.
understand? To say just carry one book and just continue reading, most times you won't even be grabbing the whole thing. You are just reading as if you are reading to get to the end.
You just be reading, but it's not entering. You're not understanding.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. So I think that pattern makes sense, at least for somebody who is listening now, who is finding it difficult to just read. That at least they will begin to see that there are methods you can use. You don't need to just carry one book and read it till the end in 1 week or in one day. You could just pace it, and that way you'll be able to absorb the message from the book. Now, what would you say is the most impactful book you've read?
I think right now, impactful is actually relative, but I'll try my best. Right now, I'm reading a book that is really helping me based on my growing online, and the name of the
Hmm.
book is. Can you give me a minute? Let me get the book.
All right, go ahead. No
So I'm
problem.
reading this book, Building a Story Brand. Building a
Hmm.
Story Brand by Donald Miller.
Wow.
So this is the book that I'm presently reading, and the book
Hmm.
is very explanatory. Like you can actually build a very profitable brand by sharing your story, right? And
Hmm.
that is something I really love doing. Sharing my process, sharing my story, and connecting with people that actually understand your story. They understand what it's like to be where you were, and they want to feel where you are now, right? So
Hmm.
this is one of the most impactful books that I've read, and this is what I'm reading now. I'm almost done, so I can move forward.
Okay. Like, what's the main message you picked from the book that have helped you in building your brand and your business?
Okay, the main message I picked from the book is have a brand clarity. Like your brand message or anything about your brand should be really clear. most times when you are going online, it is very easy to feel that whatever you are saying, people understand.
Hmm.
But the reason why many people are not selling online is because people do not even understand what they are selling, right? So let's say you are into spa business, like spa sessions, facials, massage, and all of that. It is very easy to assume that people, both male and female, or everyone will need a massage. But when you are
Hmm.
clear with the message and you understand who your message is for, it is very easy for people to understand you. Like you can actually say, okay, I want to focus on women because the percentage of women who go for facials, spa sessions, and massage are more than the percentage of men. So
Hmm.
you can clarify this message with a story and focus on the people that actually understand you. So that is just the most important message I got from this book.
Hmm. Okay, so why do you have to build your brand with a story? Why not just go straight to the point? Why do you have to build it with a story?
Okay, because people relate more with stories than with other experiences. I think building your brand without story sounds like teaching mathematics in school, right?
Teaching
So
mathematics.
teaching mathematics, further maths, organic chemistry, and all
Hmm.
of those stuff. So just trying to build a brand without using stories is like doing that, like teaching maths. And so you need to stress before you can connect with people. Or at the end of
Hmm.
the day, even if you end up connecting, you connect with few. Just like we just have few people that are good in maths, few people that are good in chemistry. But let's even talk about agricultural science as a subject. You discover that many people understand agricultural science because it is based on story. It is based
Hmm.
on your shovel, your hose at home, your cutlass. It is based on tilling the farm, just like you see someone tilling when you were coming to school, right? It
Hmm.
is based on the things that you honorably know, even without being taught. So
Hmm.
imagine keeping mathematics and agricultural science subjects. People will naturally drift to the agricultural science subject because it is relatable and they
Hmm.
can easily connect with it. So that is why I feel that growing my brand with story is more easier and is going to be more faster and will bring me more results.
Hmm. Wow. Um. Then let's talk a bit about the Facebook advert aspect. Um. What's your view of how the Facebook advert system work? Will you encourage somebody to grow their business strictly using paid ads, or first of all starting with organic, then maybe gradually move to the paid ad side?
Okay, so what I'm going to suggest is that when you are going on social media, you should use all like use make use of all the strategies, the growing strategies, right? Now, all of them have their use. I cannot even tell you to concentrate on organic growth and leave paid ad alone, and I cannot tell you to concentrate on paid ads and leave organic alone. For me, I will suggest that if you have the finances, because running paid ad needs money, right? You need money. If you have the money to start paid ad. Now the reason is because all the people that you are reaching with paid ads can are people organic. Like there are people that are being reached with organic. So let's say that you knew about me through a paid
Mm,
ad. There are people that knew about you through organic. So everyone is organic, right? Now
mm,
there are differences when you're going with the paid ad. You can even decide to grow with a paid organic strategy. So you bring them
mm,
in, then you make them love you before you try to sell to them. So at the end of the
mm,
day, well, paid ad is somehow cringy. Like, I don't know you. Why should I give you my money? Why should I trust you? So that is the hard side of going with paid ad. But those people, you brought them in, then they came and they began to interact with you. Now they know you. So they have trusted you, and there's no
mm,
difference anymore, right? So the difference between paid ad and organic ad is that the people you meet organically trust you more than the people you meet with paid ad. But what if you can
mm,
make your paid ad look like organic by building the know, like, and trust factor, the KLT factor, right? Now, so once you are new to social media and you want to build a profitable brand, I will suggest that you develop a content marketing strategy. Content marketing strategy works organically really well. Now, just develop that strategy, be showing up consistently, but do not forget paid ad, especially if you can afford it when you're just starting, right? Invest in paid ad and increase your visibility really fast. Just bring people into
mm,
your business. The same content marketing strategy that you are using for the organic growth, use that same content marketing strategy to boom your leads or anyone that came through the paid ad. And
mm,
everybody will be okay, because the difference between someone that is making 1 million naira per month and someone that is making 25 million naira per month is paid ad, right? Most times the person is posting every you that is making 1 million naira, you're posting every day, you are doing the exact same thing the other person is doing. The only difference between both of you is the fact that that person is reaching more people than you're reaching with your organic marketing.
mm.
So why are you limiting yourself? So paid ad is really, really important. No matter, I know that Facebook and Instagram ad right now is is really hectic and terrifying, but the results are still there. Like me, my ad are always on. I am always running ads. Most times I will get about 50 people. Most times I will get less than 50, but I still keep the ads running because I know that from those 50 people, very soon, even if it's minority of them, they will come around and buy from me.
Facebook would usually ban your ad account, because they have strict rules, and if you're a beginner, you will definitely step on their toes, and you just wake up one morning, your ad account is banned.
And
You
disable.
write it on the back.
Yes.
So, like, how did you go through those periods? Did you have to do a training first, or you were just learning on the job?
Okay, so for ad account bans, initially when I just started, it was really breaking my heart, especially because most times they will restrict your ad account with money inside.
Hmm.
But right now, I have developed a thick skin. The reason is
Hmm.
because most times they don't even have reasons why they ban. They ban this ad account because we are from the third world country, right? So we experience the ad account bans the most. So what I just do is I try as much as I can to protect the account. Like, I follow their policies, I don't go against it. But that's not a
Hmm.
guarantee. It's a 50-50 thing, right? Now, another way that I use to protect myself is not packing money inside the other account. So there are people who will fund the other account with 400,000 naira. Like, I have a client that I'm working
Hmm.
for. He wanted to fund his other account with 400,000, and I said, please, please do not do that, because you might wake up tomorrow and the account is gone. And once the account is gone, no matter how you try to get it back, if they don't give you back the account, that money is gone with it. So what I do in cases like that is, if I'm running 10K ad per day, every evening I fund 11,000 naira.
Hmm.
So if at the end of the day they restrict that ad account, then I restrict it with the 11,000 naira. Right now, I have grown myself to a point where 11,000 naira no dey pepper me like that. You get.
Mm. Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're
yeah.
someone, but there are other people that 11,000 naira is a lot. So you will try to reduce how much you fund in your ad account. That is just the idea. So if you are running 2,000 naira per day ad, you can be funding 2,500 every day. So that is it. Otherwise, you can use a postpaid ad account where they have to be charging from your bank account directly. So if they restrict the account, the Facebook is fine, you are fine. But the problem with postpaid ad account is it will come to a point that they will be unable to charge your card. You are owing them, you cannot pay your debts, and you cannot run ads, which will be hectic. So that is what results to payment issues. Otherwise,
Mm.
postpaid is actually the best. They charge from your bank account directly, and when the account goes without money in it. Now, how do you get another account that is restricted back? Now, the simple way is getting an ID card. Most times, they will not accept your Nigerian ID card. So there is a simple app that I use that I teach my students to use. The app is called Pic PICSART PixArt. So we just use it to design an ID card with the face of the account and the name that is on the Facebook account that the other account was restricted. The same face,
Mm.
the same name. So you design the ID card to look like a plastic Nigerian ID card. Our national ID card, majority of us have the slip,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but now there is the plastic ID card. So you can design your own to look exactly like that. Then you submit it. That will help. Then if the account was permanently banned, there's nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do about it is create a new Facebook account using a new email and a new phone number, and you run your
Mm.
account. Like me, I create Facebook pages, a Facebook account every day. I have like about 7 right now that I've created. What I just do is I create an email. I don't attach a phone number to the email. With I just create the email without a phone number. Then I use that email to open a Facebook account. Most of the Facebook account that open now, they are not with real names. I'll just look for a name and name the Facebook account. Then since there's AI pictures now, I just go on AI, I get a picture. I tell AI I describe the kind of person I want AI to build. AI can build a human being, right? So I tell
Mm.
AI, put me a melanin skin girl that is looking like this. Then they'll give me. Then I'll save the picture. I'll use it to design ID card with that name that is on the Facebook account. Then I set up my other account. If they restrict it, I try to get it back. If they give it to me, thank you very much. If they don't, I move on to the next thing.
But have you observed like the type of content that usually gets your ad account banned? Like, sometimes if the ad
Yeah.
is about talking about money, talking about buying
I
stuff.
work from home. Work from home.
Sorry?
Like work from home. How I made 500.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So like it seems the best type of art to focus on is the one that will just be something common, but the idea is not to sell but to get people to maybe to WhatsApp group, or to maybe to your email or somewhere that you can now push across what you want to push across. But on the ad, you avoid selling.
Okay.
Have
The
you
thing.
observed?
Yes. The thing about art like that is, if you are selling a physical product, you can go
Mm,
ahead and sell on the ad. If you are even selling a
mm,
digital product that is around 1,000, 2,000, you sell on the ad. But if it's from 10K above, it is difficult to sell on the ad because 10K is a high ticket in Nigeria. Like Nigerians
mm.
cannot just put 10K and give to a stranger like that.
No, no, no. Hold on. Let me. I think you don't get the question. I'm not talking about the. Sorry.
I get you. I was going there. I was going to talk about it. So I
Okay,
think your
okay.
your question.
Let me just clarify so that you get the full thing. I was where I'm going. Where I'm going is not about the people who want to buy. I'm talking about the Facebook robots. You understand? If your advert is something like something they consider provocative, like get reduce weight, shed the fat, or make money, or work from home like you mentioned. You understand? Those type of things is usually touchy for Facebook. But if it's something um like something, okay, like a swimming, let's say you train people on swimming, stuff like that will not have a problem with Facebook, right? But if it's something that is a big provocative, I think that's what the robot is usually after, in terms of banning people's ad account.
Okay, so I think I get you now. I get. So what we do for things like that is we try to replace keywords that are provocative with simpler
Mm,
keywords.
mm,
Like when I'm running ads for clients in the health niche, like if you want to mention a sickness and you don't want Facebook, so what I would do is either I use hyphen between the words. So if I'm talking about gonorrhea, for instance, I will use hyphen or I'll space it. So the people that are reading it will read it as gonorrhea, but Facebook bots will not read it as gonorrhea. So,
mm,
so there's another way. If you are if you want to run like how to make 500K weekly working from home, you can say how I was able to do 6 figures monthly. So instead of
mm,
mentioning the amount, you can replace it with 6 figures, 4 figures daily, stuff like that. Then
mm,
is another way is you can use an alternative language, like you can use pidgin English to write your ad.
mm.
You can use pidgin English to write your ad. You can even use uh, a dialect like the Igbo dialect, Yoruba dialect, the Hausa dialect to write your ad, especially if you're trying to target the ad to those places. So this doesn't mean you're not going to sell on your ad. You just find a strategy, or most times there's something we call bridge page. Like you use the bridge page, you you tell Facebook, like on the ad, you play trick on the ad. Then when people, because Facebook booth will optimize your ad from the ad to your WhatsApp inbox if you are sending people to WhatsApp. They will optimize the
Yeah,
ad page if you're sending people to landing page. They will even read your landing page to see if the landing page goes against their policy. So what we do
yeah,
is, like for help needs, we use a bridge page. So from the ad, you're going to go to where you will tick like recaptcha, like you are going to tick them human. So we realize that Facebook ad bot cannot tick that I am not a robot. So they end
mm,
there.
mm,
So from
mm.
there, human being will tick it and move to the next stage where they will read more about the product. So we just use sense, we just try things. Anyone will work, we are good to go.
Now, so, man, I mean, I've not tried this one you just mentioned now. This method of, having to tick that stuff. I don't know if
Yes,
you
you can
understand.
use page.
But well, it works now. But I suspect that maybe sometime in the future, they may program the robot that if you have something like that, then the landing page will not be approved for as a landing page.
When we get to that point, we will figure it out.
Mm, mm. Well, I think one of the easiest or the simplest method right now is, for those who can do it, is just find a way to get people away from Facebook. Even if it's a
Yeah.
landing page, maybe you have to support, fill a forms, give you their email address for you to now send them a link to a page where they will now read your sales copy. You understand?
I think that one too is not even about ban. It's about you making your ad money back because every week I spend up to 300K weekly on ads. So
Hmm.
if I spend this money running ads for sales and my product is 20,000 naira or 25, right? At the
Hmm.
end of that, I might spend 300K and I will make about five sales. And the five sales will not work. Like I will be spending more and making little money.
Hmm.
But bringing leads, like bringing people, they will get to know me. They might not buy immediately, but they will eventually buy, and I will make
Mm-hmm.
my ad. Or they will buy that one and still buy another product if I launch a new offer in the future. So that is
Hmm.
even the beautiful part of bringing people away from Facebook, bring them
Yeah.
somewhere and build your community. So that is
Yeah, that I think that was even the very first thing you mentioned in the beginning, whereby you bring them in, then try to build connection with them, so that they can stay with you for long. Because I believe the first sale is just the beginning of the relationship with the customer.
exactly, especially if you deliver on the results you promise.
Mm, mm. Do you have any strategy in place to ensure that the customers who are with you now will continue to be with you even in 10 years time? Let's say even let's say tomorrow, let's say in the next 5 years you are now selling car. The customer that came in just buying a book or a course that you sold for 20,000 naira can now buy your car, or you have a hotel, they can now lodge in your hotel. Do you have any
Okay,
strategy in place to maintain
okay.
that?
The strategy that I have is results.
Mm,
Result and satisfaction. That's the first and most important strategy, right? Because as they
mm,
come, you want to make sure you deliver on your promise. So if you tell them that this particular product I'm giving you, this is the transformation it is going to give after you use this product. If they get the
mm,
transformation, that transformation is going to lead to them doing more business with you and referring your business, right? So that is one of
mm,
it. Then I'm very, very big on follow up. Like I am always going to be on your face. If you promise me that you get back to me, although I am not someone who actually does I'll get back to you thing. Like if you tell me you get back to me, I might not even follow up on you, but I will not come and ask you, say you get back to me. I will just be in your face. And being in your
mm,
face, I will keep preaching the benefit of my product, why you should get my product. If you don't get it now, what will happen, and stuff like that. So that's the second strategy. The second strategy is follow up. I even had to employ two people to help me with this, right? Since I am big on building communities, sometimes I
mm,
might bring 500 people to a group, and since I am done with the free classes I'm having with them, I'll move to doing something else. So, but every day people post for those groups, people that are paid. So if you're in that group, you are still getting messages from me about my
mm,
product.
mm,
That's another strategy. Then the third strategy is I I show up with my result. Like I share result a lot. Like if there's anything that helps you sell and build, like keep people more, is sharing your result. Like any small win that you have, like that win of June and 2023, 2019
mm,
and 2023, that's a very good result. Like people see it, like it's obvious, even the blind can see. Then what are people saying about you? Post about you. Don't hold any review. If people are saying you're amazing, say it. Even if those people are whining you, post it for other people to see. So
mm,
those results will help people say, okay, if this person is this good and people are saying it, like let me give them a try. So in the future,
mm,
whatever business you go into, as long as you stay true to your words, you are not, because right now people are really greedy. Once they see small money, they they are gone. But if you are still
mm,
there, you are still delivering on your result, you make mistake, you admit it, because of course you are not extraordinary. You eventually make mistake, you admit your mistakes, you learn, you apologize, you do better in the
mm.
future.
Dorcas, what do you consider the most challenging aspect of being a business person?
Okay, I think the most challenging aspect of being a business person, one is to me is procrastination,
Hmm.
because you know for someone like me, it is easy to say, ah, let me sleep small, I will do it later. And
Hmm.
for the type of business that I'm running, one anything you do, like everything you do, every product, every production, like every effort you put in your business counts. And if you skip it, any result that you have gotten will skip. Like you will skip that result too. But it's very
Hmm.
easy. Either you're feeling lazy, you're not feeling like it, or you're naturally a lazy person. You just want the result, but you don't want to do the process. So procrastination is one of the challenges I'm experiencing building this business. But I'm I'm trying in that aspect.
Okay, like what strategy are you using to get along and improve your efficiency?
Okay, one of the strategies that I'm using is a to-do list. So when I wake up, I plan what I'm going to do that day. Like
Hmm.
and again, the to-do list strategy is me not overloading my list. So I don't say I'm
Hmm.
going to go to the market, I'm going to cook, I'm going to take the children to park. I don't do all of those things. So what I do is I say, okay, for my business today, I am going to check the result of my ad. And that is the only thing I will do, because I
Hmm.
don't want to overwhelm myself, because once I am overwhelmed, I am less productive. So I use a to-do list. I plan my morning, I plan my afternoon, and I have time to rest. So that is one of the ways that I am using to tackle procrastination. I use a to-do list. Then I also automate most of my processes. Like my WhatsApp, if people are coming to my WhatsApp, like from my ad until the webinar day, every message they are getting are messages that I have automated a long time ago. Like I don't
Hmm.
send more messages unless you we want to have a one-on-one discussion. Maybe you want to ask further questions that I have not answered in those messages that I'm sending to you. Or there are some people
Hmm.
who just don't know how to read. They'll ask you questions that you already answered in the messages you sent to them. Those are the
Hmm.
people that those people are not plenty, right? So I
Hmm.
automate my processes. Then I got a team that work for me, because initially I was saying, why would I be paying someone 35K just to help me post in WhatsApp group? With that 35K, well, I can use that 35K to do this. But I discovered that I was not even making the 35K, right? Because I was doing too much. So I wasn't even making that enough money. But when I started automating, like outsourcing most of those things, I was not procrastinating. I was getting work done, and I was making more money.
Hmm. You know, it's not easy to build a team. That's one of the most difficult thing to do in business, to build a team. So how, and not just building a team, knowing how to delegate a task to them, because most times you may feel like I'm the best person to do this thing, and you will not do it. You'll be waiting to do it sometime. But so how are you able to, one, build a team, and secondly delegate tasks to them, and just allow them do it?
Okay, I think that I have learned the hiring and firing technique. Like I have been eating really well, where I hire people, and before you know, I am feeling emotional. I cannot let them go because of all of those things. So, but right now, if I want you to strike, 3 strikes, at most 4 strikes, I'll let you go. That's one way,
Hmm.
one thing that is helping me. I will let you go, because for my peace of mind and for my business growth, I will let you go. That's one strategy. Then also, I follow, like I have a team group where I even wake up. One of my to-do lists is to admonish them. I
Hmm.
don't pack them with work. That is why I have about three of them. I have about three of them. I do most of the work myself, and I automated most of the work too. Right? So I
Hmm.
have about three of them, and I tell this one, these are the groups you are going to attend to.
Handle.
These are the groups you are going to handle. So I don't say you handle this one today, you handle this one tomorrow. No. So I just assign the task to them. Then in the morning, I drop a message and tell them that today is a new day. Do not forget to do your tasks. And
Hmm.
when I see that this one did not deliver today, in the evening, I'll come back and say, Matthew, what happened? You were unable to post today. Can you tell us what happened? If the second
Hmm.
day he did not post, I'll call him because life happens, right? Something might have happened that was beyond their control. I'll check up on him. When I see that this person is not ready, people treat your business like it's nothing when it's not their business. I will let them go, then get other people to work. So I know that I've had my own experiences with people working for me. In fact, I even paid one before he started working, and he worked 5 days and disappeared.
Hmm. You
But
paid him ahead.
I think he was actually my friend. Then again, he told me he had financial issues, and he was good. Like, he was one of the best person I have actually employed. But at some point, he disappeared, and me, life no hard like that.
The ones that are working now, are they people that come? Are they working with you physically, or they are on the other side of the world, and you guys are just working from the net?
We are actually working from the net. I don't have anyone working with me physically because I even work from home, and I don't want people coming to my house.
Hmm. So
So
how were you able to go about hiring them? What was the process?
So I just posted the vacancy online. Then I put a form. I did not say submit CV. I don't do submit CV thing. I just did I just sent out a Google form, and I asked them
Hmm.
to write what they can do.
Hmm.
Like, this is the position. What are you going to do? So for
Hmm.
that one, most of, like, if you are in this position, what will you do? Then
Hmm.
I'll pick about five people, interview them, because the funny thing is there are many Nigerians that need jobs, but they are not skilled. They are very lazy.
Hmm.
And, and since they can pay someone to design a sweet and good looking CV for them, I don't do CV because I cannot look at CV. I don't have strength. So I just
Hmm.
ask simple question, one question, just right. Then I spend my time, read them, then pick about five of them, invite them for interview, ask them questions like real time. This one is practical. It's not you hiring someone to help you write it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then
Do
after,
you hire? Okay, go ahead.
no, that's all.
All right. Do you hire for skill or you hire character?
I hire for skill and of course
For-
character, but it's more of skill to me because that character thing, people can pretend.
Hmm.
So I don't even know how to judge by character yet. I don't know how to judge by character. God will help me soon. But I hire by skill, and of course I think character is the reason why most of them end up disappointing me.
Hmm.
But I hire by skill because I want someone that is skilled to actually do my job.
Okay. We are rounding up, so let me just ask this question before I forget. What is the interest you have in being a data analyst? Why are you shifting from digital marketing to that part?
I think digital analysis is something I've always wanted to do.
Hmm.
Data analysis is something I've always wanted to do. I'm presently taking a training I'm not an expert yet, but it is something high tech, like high companies, like bigger businesses and companies need. Like they need a data analyst because they need someone that can actually see a data and give them, like look at the data, analyze it, and tell them how they can work with that particular data to get results, how the data can affect the growth of their company in the coming months or years. So
Hmm.
I just like the fact that you can actually do that type of magic just seeing numbers.
Hmm. Hmm. So that's the attraction.
Yes, that is the attraction. Plus, even running adverts for any platform, you need to even learn how to analyze data because you need to learn how to know that if I get 100 people to be interested in this product, I can sell to 10 of them. So it is data analysis that can help you get that percentage from whatever number you get when
Hmm.
you're trying to run advert. So it works together in 5%.
Okay, so it's not like you are planning to abandon, the
No,
digital marketing.
I'm even in the future, if I'm still in Nigeria, I am hoping to open my own digital marketing firm, a physical
Hmm.
place where I'm going to get lots of experienced digital marketers to manage high and top businesses in Nigeria, to manage their online marketing, advertising, digital marketing, and all of that. So, advertising, digital marketing is my baby.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Lucas, thank you very much for honoring my invitation to be on this podcast today. On a final note, what would you like to say? Like, if it maybe something you are working on for the future, or something you just want to tell those who are watching now and those who are going to watch later. What advice would you want to leave the podcast with?
Okay. Thank you very much, David, for having me. It was a nice hanging out with you here. Like sharing everything that I shared today was really. So in the future, like I said before the question, I like to have my own. I like to have my own digital marketing firm where we get to help big businesses and brands grow and increase sales using online tools that are available to us for free. And again, in the future, I want to do a lot of things. That particular one, it's tough for me, right? So
Hmm.
presently, I have a course. I have a course for people that are looking to go. Are you there? Can you hear me? People that are
Yeah, I can hear you.
looking to learn a skill, monetize it, and work for people that can pay them enough to sustain themselves. And that skill is
Hmm.
Facebook ad. I have a program and how you can learn master Facebook and high paying clients. So for next year, the focus is going to be back. I'm going to do 3 months, and we are going to have 4 batches next year. And next year, I'm also going to launch a mentorship program online business owners. So it's going to be about Facebook ads. I'm going to launch a mentorship program people who want to learn how to make daily sales online. So that is
Hmm.
actually a standout for me.
All right. Okay, so everyone watching, to know more, you go to Facebook and search for Dorcas Sampson. Or apart from Facebook, okay, you also on Instagram. Is it the same name on Instagram?
Um, on Instagram, I am brilliant Dockers on Instagram. On
Okay,
Twitter,
okay.
I am brilliant.
Brilliant Dorcas.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you and have a nice time. I mean, have a nice day.
And you too. Bye bye.
Bye.